reaction to a Nostalgia Critic episode. And let me refresh the browser multiple times to make sure it shows up. I'm pretty sure he'll do a commercial special tonight. Because I think the commercial specials moved to June as opposed to November. Come on. Yep, just as I expected. It's called International Commercials. I see Pepsi Man there. Alright, let's get this rolling. Full screen.
Come check us out at Planet FunCon in Iowa, June 27th to the 29th. Hope to see you there.
Let's begin.
Commercial! What's this?
The script says this is an international commercial special.
Yeah, you need a little bit of an intro.
I'm so used to giving no context when I'm in the shirt, all I do is scream.
Trust me, it's not just when you're in that shirt.
Okay, let's set this up. International commercials. We've looked at quite a few of them over the years, and it's refreshing to see our country isn't the only bonkers one out there. For years, people would recommend tons and tons of ads from all over the world, but my original focus was mainly on ads I grew up with in North America. So I'm gonna give the rest of the world its own special, because if there's anything PSAs from other countries have shown us, it's that they not only want to haunt our nightmares, but sometimes they want to sell you something while doing so.
Oh dear.
And what weird and wacky title are you gonna give the special?
Oh, I got a good one. I'm calling it International Commercial Special, because I'm running out of Halloween, Pink Panther, and Planet of the Apes titles.
That's anticlimactic.
Do you have anything for the opening bumper?
I certainly do.
For relaxing times, make it Centauri time.
This is probably the only one I'm gonna do. Let's go!
롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
In the 90s, there was Korean fried chicken commercials, and then there was Korean RoboCop fried chicken commercials. I don't care if it's Raising Cane's, I am buying this.
롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
발라먹으니까 실감나게 맛있습니다.
Okay, so I can either comment on how surprisingly awesome a Korean RoboCop looks and sounds. He's seen as such an American property, but he looks pretty badass in Korean. Or I can comment on how I swear to God he's saying what the hell fried chicken.
롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
As if even RoboCop's like, what the hell am I doing advertising this?
돈 알게 넣어주세요.
I'm just assuming he's asking where the bathroom is so he can squeeze out some square nuts.
Wow! RoboCop is robbing us!
뼈 없는다 튀김.
Yes, sir!
Though the ad is short, it ironically does look like an ad you would see in the RoboCop universe.
Crossed my line of death.
You haven't dismantled your MX stockpile.
돈 알게 넣어주세요.
It felt so natural that years later, KFC in America would use the character as well. This time with the actor of RoboCop himself, Peter Weller, reprising the role.
What's the secret recipe? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Ha 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 ha.
That was more intimidating than the R-rated movie it was based on. Japan got their hands on the character too, using him for Nissan noodle ads. At least I think that's what's advertising. It might also be a Robo toothbrush, Robo sleeping bag, Robo boot camp. Robo breast enlargement the way this lady is moving.
로보코프 헤이싱 네브크로다.
Yeah, that ad was confusing. Maybe Nissan's other ads are more straightforward. Yeah, like this makes more sense for a noodle company. What the fuck? Nissan, enjoy your delicious end of the world. It's pretty hard not to like anything if RoboCop is advertising it, and whether it be chicken or noodles or a cult, you know I'm gonna fork out the money for it.
뼈 없는다 튀김.
롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
롯데햄 냉동식품.
I'd buy that for $1.
No, I reject what this is immediately, no. Well, it finally happened. Japan found a way to show me my night terrors while I'm awake. I'd ask what's going on, but I'm afraid someone might tell me. This is an ad for Calbee Snacks with their mascot, Calbee the dog. A character I would never allow my kid to pose with in this manner. And if you're thinking, all right, one weird commercial, I've seen worse. You will see worse because there is a series of these ads, each one more horrifying than the last. That is the start of a snuff film. They usually center around a kid having a difficult time, so they send Benji the Punish to make them feel better. But I don't know how any of this is supposed to make anyone feel not disturbed. That is a face from The Exorcist. Oh my god, he's at more than one kid's game? This is the most unintentionally effective stranger danger ad of all time. I give credit sometimes it's so odd it can get a laugh, but I'm just so uncomfortable watching this thing act like it's presenting on Furry Grinder. Didn't we just see this one? Kid's in the same clothes, walking the same way, he just has a different problem. Did this guy in the dog suit kidnap him and literally have him reenact the same movements every day? That is definitely what is going on.
Oh my god.
Hey, you see that guy in the dog costume? Don't look! He is black phoning me and I need you to call the police. I didn't touch that footage, that is how it's presented. That is the poster of the next Ari Aster movie, and it will inspire murders. This is terrifying. I don't like it. Next one, please.
Get away from her, you bitch!
My favorite things.
Oh, finally, something normal.
Blue jeans, see a red-haired girl.
Yep, we're not out of Japan yet, as the weirdness of the Cage Man couldn't be contained to just America. In the late 90s, Nicolas Cage did a ton of commercials for pachinko, and they're basically what you would imagine they'd be.
Sweet peanut butter, slow burning candle, cup of tea and a good book, the dance of the reindeer.
In Japan, this is what American tourists are saying when they think they're speaking good Japanese.
Pachinko, yeah, pachinko was so good.
What I love is, if you don't know what pachinko is, chances are you'll have no idea what these are advertising.
You're twins.
No, we're triplets.
Triplets? Pachinko wa sankyo.
Huh, his acting is more subtle in Japan.
I love all of Japan. I love sushi. I love Mount Fuji.
I also enjoy that dog that does disturbing things with children. He scares me, and I like that.
I love pachinko!
Or maybe it's just a pearl earring fetish. Tell me I don't have that!
Fisherman said, today I didn't catch a thing. On the way home, a young woman called out to me and she said, nobody wants to date me. Everyone's having really bad luck. But I'm having good luck. Sorry.
Yes, when people think luck and finances, they will famously think Nicolas Cage.
Oh no! I'll be darned, dude. What the heck is going on around here?
I think this is how Nicolas Cage thinks Japanese audiences see Nicolas Cage. Probably not wrong.
I don't understand. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, little carry in a hole down.
He wrote and directed every one of these, didn't he?
Pachinko.
Ah, now it all comes together. Pachinko is a drug. Okay, I don't know too much more about the product, but if the Cage Man is into it, I'm into it. Job well done.
Pachinko.
McDonald's obviously has a firm grip on fast food all over the world, so you'd think they would put a decent amount of money into promoting their products. But in Pakistan, they definitely cut some corners when advertising their Sonic Happy Meal. Tails is down to just 2 packs a day.
Sonic Skateboard.
Glad to see the guy who did this is still working, am I?
Rogue and Emmy Dennis.
Is that who that's supposed to be? Oh, no, look, I don't know these characters that well, but I know those two are not the same. That's Pinky if he was in Mouse.
Green Puff Flower Catch.
I can't even make out what that was. I just heard green butt flower catch.
Green Puff Flower Catch. Shadow Basketball.
Oh, because he's black. Is that why you gave him that sport? Also, am I crazy or did a light randomly turn off in the background? Like somebody said, I cannot risk being seen in this commercial. This arena is empty for a reason. Nobody wants to be in this ad.
Knuckles Baseball.
So if you want to see your favorite armadillo or whatever, go to McDonald's. They still look better than the original movie design. Look, I'm not gonna pretend every place has the same budget, even for McDonald's, but half of these characters I can't even recognize. You'd think there'd be a touch more effort put into this. It's like if they did a Mario Brothers Happy Meal and they presented it like...
Drop on by McDonald's where you can collect our new Super Mario Happy Meal toys, including Luario, the Dragon, Peach's Prince, Batman, and Ketchup. Only at Burger King.
Who knows what the mindset was, but for a franchise that already has a lot of weird to it, this was especially weird.
McDonald's sack again slime.
That's no good.
Around 2017, the UK ran an ad for Rubicon Spring Drinks. It starts off harmless enough. For something maybe trying to get me aroused by water. We just see a family of spring waters enjoying their vacation when the husband water seems to notice something is a little off.
Water's had a fruity fling. New Rubicon Spring.
Whoa! That's all I got, whoa! Okay, so not only is this ad very funny and very clever, but there's so many context clues they keep throwing at you. I love how each picture is dated to give you an idea they've returned there several times. I love the kids literally popping out of her belly. And good God, these poses she has with them are, let's just say some fruit make it very obvious where they shed their seeds.
An exciting mix of sparkling spring water and fruit juice.
Yeah, for spring water, we certainly see what springs up. She tasted the rainbow. It brings new meaning to the term water broke. This is the first commercial I could see going on Maury. You are not the flavor. What can I say? Some ads go there, and this one definitely went there. And back a few more times.
New Rubicon Spring. An exciting mix of sparkling spring water and fruit juice.
In 2003, Thailand released a toothpaste commercial many saw as controversial. It shows a kid who lost her balloon and a guy goes above and beyond to get it back.
Holy shit!
Yeah, what the hell do I say to this? What the hell can I say to this?
Damn it! Story of my life. I try to address racism, people turn into toothpaste.
Check out Walter Benaziac's Juniversal. Every day in June, he reviews a Universal movie that helped lay the groundwork for cinema. And maybe a few Universal Epic Universe rides here and there. It's every day in June right here on the channel, so check it out. Yeah, if you've been on the internet for a while, you've probably come across Pepsi Man, Japan's mid-90s mascot for Colt 45. I mean Pepsi. How'd I get that messed up? It usually starts with somebody in Pepsi-related peril, so our favorite combo of sex toy and sex doll arrives to save the day. Yeah, because that's what it looks like. That kid needs more sugar. I don't need to tell you him opening his mouth looks like the last thing you see before you die. I don't expect to hear Pepsi pouring when I see that. I expect to hear the ending of the Body Snatchers. Also, that squirt gun should really be after this. These ads from Japan are primarily centered around Americans, which makes listening to Japanese with a thick-ass American accent pretty hilarious.
Pepsi-Colaから big chance この絞りコルベットが当たります
Konnichiwa on the ass.
Pepsi を飲んで覗いてみよう Pepsi Man Big Bottle Cap Present Pepsi Man Big Bottle Cap
Don't ya know? Ironically, Pepsi Man is not that great a hero, as in almost every ad something bad happens to him. And at the end, the can is always damaged in a similar way he's damaged. Wonder what would happen if he was circumcised wrong. Seriously, this guy botches up so much, I can see why his video game blows. I think it's intentional. I think it's supposed to not work. If you complete the mission and save the day, you're doing it wrong. Even when he doesn't show up, he lets somebody down.
Senor Pepsi
That guy died. Seeing him drink is one of the most unsettling things I've ever seen. It's like watching the opening to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I love this weird one where Pepsi Man just seems to be checking out a woman sunbathing, forgetting to include all of himself in the ad. Unfriended! And he just dives headfirst into the pool. Can Pepsi Man drown if he doesn't have a face? How serious are they about their product? They literally blur out Coke's name, like the logo represents something so awful they dare not show it. Or knowing YouTube, that's a new thing that has to be censored, I don't know.
Pepsi, please!
Well, the driver for the soda that shall not be named seems happy, but what about our youth?
Sorry, sold out of Pepsi.
Oh, no! That fills me with angry indifference. Yeah, what a shock. This guy screws up so much, they literally designed their bottle caps after it. My absolute favorite is one just labeled, damn. Oh my god, we need Japan's definition of family-friendly advertising. That is until you realize, of course they have a sexy female version of this. Really should have been a twist of melon. I'll show myself out. These ads are fun, creative, and pretty damn hilarious. If these commercials were more common in America, maybe Madam Web would have been able to get them open easier.
Pepsi!
Flora presents
Wrestlers
by Josh.
A Netherlands company called Flora usually likes to run family ads for Flora Buttery.
Me and Dolly made breakfast for Mummy and Daddy for their anniversary.
This one, though, might have tried to get away with a little bit more.
Mummy and Daddy were already awake. Mummy won't let us watch wrestling on TV, but she seemed quite good at it with Daddy.
She used a similar technique Rubicon Spring does. To be fair, I think they would have appreciated that butter during that particular kind of wrestling.
After all that wrestling, it was just as well we made so much tasty toast.
I offered to make hot buttered buns, but they said they had to fill. You gotta wonder what the husband was whispering to his wife, like, you got some butter in your hair there. And oh my god, I just realized they're wearing each other's robes. Man, a lot of these ads have hidden details you have to keep looking for. Like, you gotta wonder if the toast here is reflecting the kid getting excited seeing two people do it, but then starts to slant when he's like, oh yeah, it's my folks. Even the way the father's eating that toast, I wonder if it's supposed to look like he's eating... Okay, I'm thinking too hard about this. Literally, but bottom line, it's a good ad. It's funny, clever, as I'm sure a lot of people pointed out, really surprising it got on TV.
We know family life doesn't always go right, but with the yummy sunflower goodness of Flora Buttery, you know you can't go wrong.
They said next time they're gonna work on the high crotch. Well, I'm gonna die in 7 days. This Japanese ad isn't long at all, only 15 seconds, but the long nightmares it's gonna give you with this long-necked demon speaks volumes. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I know it eats whatever the devil eats. The ironic thing is, no joke, this is an ad for a men's magazine. Good lord, when I think of men's magazines, I think of hot women in sexy outfits, you know, semi-erotic stuff. I think this is designed to scare men away from stuff like that. Imagine you see a magazine with a steamy cover, and they open it up to, ah! Maybe they played it during kids' show, like any boy who would ever want to look at one of these magazines would be like, I don't want to see a naked lady for the rest of my life. It's not today, Satan, it's not today! Yorkie is a pretty popular candy bar in England, and they pushed hard that it was man fuel for man stuff.
Rock Chunk, a bloke big enough to eat chocolate by the slab.
Man fuel for man stuff.
Only the toughest of the toughest ate it up, which, okay, is nothing that new in a lot of advertising, but then they started heavily leaning towards it's not for girls, even going as far as to have a no women sign on it. Yikes, that's a pretty fierce move, cutting out half your population. Like, I would figure you would sell more advertising to both. But okay, maybe this can lead to some funny ads. In this commercial, a young woman dresses up like a dude to try and get a bar, but the cashier just don't trust this fella.
Explain the offside rule.
A player cannot be in an advanced position of the opponent's last...
Open that. What kind of flowers are these?
Purple?
Plenty?
Yeah.
Oh look! A big hairy spider!
Alright, these are pretty sexist, but it can be a little funny too. I mean, hey, not every man doesn't know about flowers, and you could argue this guy is being tricked a little too easily. So I'm sure that balances out how many jokes there are against the other.
You know, that wrapper really brings out the beautiful blue of your eyes.
Really?
Yorkie, it's not for girls.
Okay, that I call bullshit on. If a guy looking like that said something similar to a woman, she'd be like, ah, great, another from a different time guy.
Who's next?
Okay, so there are a few chuckles, but correct me if I'm wrong, isn't chocolate mainly women's thing? Like, you don't really do flowers and power tools on Valentine's Day. You usually do flowers and chocolate. Hell, it's practically a cliche in media.
You have any chocolate?
Did you say chocolate?
Chocolate.
Have some chocolates, Eliza.
I mean, what's in it? Rolled up duct tape slathered in whiskey and facial hair? Well, okay, let's see what ingredients make it so manly. Milk chocolate. That's it? It's not slathered in gasoline or anything? Oh, well, maybe the other flavors are more manly. Honeycomb, orange, raisin and biscuit, brownie. This is one of the girliest chocolate bars I've ever seen. Is that part of the joke? It's so girly you pretend it's not for girls? Like, bras. It's not for girls. Like something like that? Like, okay, the sexes are different, and on average, we're gonna lean towards different things, but this just seems like a weird one to plaster the man card all over. Still, I will admit, it got a few laughs. Me? Candy?
Oh, thank you.
Geez, you should really have a warning on these. In 2020, for their 60th anniversary, Sega released a new advertising campaign. Whenever kids are talking about, well, anything, this boy will come in and say the answer is always Sega.
正解は
セガだよ。
5G の次ってさ。
セガだよ。
じゃあ、セガの次は。
セガだよ。
What company currently doesn't have a major console?
セガだよ。
Who said yes too quickly to a Pakistan Happy Meal ad?
セガだよ。
今こそあなたに知ってほしい。
Who just said the most Japanese phrase?
セガだよ。
You get the idea. The kid reveals himself to be Sega Shiro, who's not only obsessed with Sega, but old school Sega.
それリュック？
セガだよ。
いつもそれ何羽織ってるの？
セガシロ。父さん。
Suddenly he's reminded of his father, though, who also had a strong connection to Sega.
じゃあな。
even joke about that? No, they're not. Is he the son of Segata?
父さん、セガは僕が守る。
Oh my god, he